Speak out what is real using your voice.
Think of the truth as the only choice.
Good day, Philippines! To bring you the latest and the hottest news, I am Rupert John Pagayon.
And this is Tisha Bel Pasyente. You're watching the news with integrity for a better and productive nation. This is
The Hilltop Newsbreak. Starting off for today's report. Young scribes from the school's division of Passi City gathered once again to showcase their journalistic skills in writing and radio broadcasting as they compete in the 2019 Division Schools Press Conference. Here is Alian Franzeno Kendo for the report.
Almost 1,000 campus journalists competed during the Passi City Division Schools Press Conference, which was formally opened last Thursday, October 10 at Manit Integrated School. Anchored with this year's NSPC theme, Empowering Communities Through Campus Journalism. This annual journalism tilt became an avenue for budding journalists to showcase their skills in writing. Different contest categories were joined by the campus journalists such as news writing, editorial and feature writing, science and technology writing, sports writing, photojournalism, editorial cartooning, and radio script writing and broadcasting, both in English and Filipino. The awarding program was intensified when the newly installed school division superintendent, Dr. Jessie Gomez, SASO 5, surprisingly visited the event and reminded the campus journalists of their basic responsibility as campus press. The top 3 winners in all individual contests and the best team in the group contest will be competing in the Regional Schools Press Conference this upcoming November. This is Alian Franzeno Kendo for the Hilltop Newsbreak.
Up next, Ilonggo writer Peter Solis Nery shares tips to language teachers. And the 4 3-story senior high school buildings at last turned over to Passi National High School. More of these stories when the Hilltop Newsbreak returns. Hall of Famer Peter Solis Nery visited Passi City and shared his knowledge about the different teaching strategies. Not only the Passi National High School teachers attended the said event, but also the language teachers from the neighboring towns such as San Enrique, Tapaz Capiz, and even the language teachers from Mandurriao, Iloilo. For more updates, here's Rosel Anliza Agulay. Rosel?
An Ilonggo poet and author Peter Solis Nery visited Passi National High School and shared his best teaching strategies to language teachers and students last October 12. Butla Club, in cooperation with the school's division of Passi City, spearheaded the game's Learners Play, Language and Literature Teaching Strategies. This event aims to provide an avenue for teachers to hone their 21st century language teaching skills and equip them with varied language teaching strategies. In this lecture, he suggested some realistic tips to teachers on how to hold classes and deal millennial learners in school, such as allowing students to finish their personal activities 10 minutes before starting the class. The actual lecture for 20 minutes for the students' attention span is short, while the remaining time is for inquisitive interaction with students, like group activities which enhance cooperative learning. He further added that students now learn differently, and this is why teachers must find ways to make their teaching highly entertaining. Nery is also a filmmaker, playwright, and received the Carlos Palanca Memorial Awards for Literature, the Cultural Center of the Philippine Literary Grant, and the Old Western Visayas Literary Contest of the National Commission for Culture and the Arts. He was also hailed as Palanca Hall of Famer in 2012. He also established the Peter Solis Nery Foundation of Hiligaynon Literature and the Arts and launched an annual literature contest known as the Peters Prize. For the Hilltop Newsbreak, Rosal Anliza Agulay reporting.
4 3-story senior high school buildings was finally turned over to Passi National High School after 3 years by the Department of Public Works and Highways. These buildings have a total of 72 classrooms and will be utilized by 2,000 senior high school students. Here is Tisha Bel Pasyente.
Almost 2,000 senior high school students of Passi National High School will be benefited by the newly established 3-story senior high school buildings with 70 classrooms and 2 laboratory rooms for automotive students. After 3 years at last, the Department of Public Works and Highways finally turned over these buildings to Passi National High School Senior High School program, year 2016, when the construction of these senior high school buildings started. During the inauguration and turning over program, Passi City Vice Mayor Jessie T. Palmares shared his experiences together with Department of Education Passi City in implementing and realizing these projects. He said that it was only 36 classrooms allotted to be constructed for Passi National High School Senior High School buildings, but later it was changed to 72 classrooms after they appealed to the Department of Education Central Office to double the number of buildings. The newly installed Schools Division Superintendent Dr. Jesse Gomez, CESO 5, emphasized that learning should be of quality since new buildings provide conducive environment to teachers and learners, that the school should serve as model in the community. Board member Rolly Distura announced that aside from these projects, Passi City will soon to have its weather station from Pag-asa as part of the city's expansion and booming and in preparation for its plan to build a digital airport for regional flights. Here with us today is Passi City Mayor Attorney Stephen A. Palmares. Good afternoon, Mayor.
Good afternoon.
Today that the senior high school buildings have been inaugurated, are there any other future plans implemented for Passi National High School, or especially to the senior high school campus?
Yes, as what we have discussed a while ago, the road in front of the senior high school building will be concreted, and it has already been bidded out by the Department of Public Works and Highways. So the same road will be concreted so that the access to the buildings and at the same time to the Passi District Hospital will be easy for not only the pupils but also the entire Pasinons. We will put up a perimeter fence in this senior high school building so that the students will be safe from the incoming vehicles that is going to the hospital.
Aside from those future projects, does your office prepare activities for senior high school students?
For sports, of course, this coming November 13 to 17, we will host the congressional meet. That is why I accepted it as your city mayor in order for the city of Passi to be made known to the entire district and the province of Iloilo, because these sports activities this coming November for congressional meet does not only end here. I am dreaming of having the first ever provincial meet in the city of Passi and later on the regional meet in the city of Passi. If the situation will allow us, we can even hold up to the Palarong Pambansa later on. So this is my dream in terms of sports tourism in the city of Passi.
Thank you, Mayor. Because of this, Principal 4 of Passi National High School, Dr. Ray P. De Atras, expressed his gratitude to all who have been a part of the implementation and realization of the 4 3-story senior high school buildings. Tisha Balpasyente for the Hilltop Newsbreak.
And those are for today's Blazing News.
For more information, just visit our website at www.thehilltopnews.com.ph and be updated with the latest news.
This is Rupert John Pagayon speaking for What is Right.
And this is Tisha Balpasyente giving service for a change. Once more, this is
The Hilltop News Break. Thank you and good day, Passi City.